Hello, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. Today I have a book tag, the photography book tag. I found this tag the other day and I told myself you must do this tag because I love photography. Photography is wonderful. Shameless plug, I have a bookstagram which you should definitely follow at The Pirate Tales. Link down below. I like it. You should like it and follow me and go and like my pictures. Thank you. I wasn't tagged in this tag, but that's fine because I could do whatever I want. So that's cool. This tag was created by Shannon Reeds. I'll have that linked down below. And let's quickly just get started. Question 1, fast shutter speed. Name a fast-paced book. So I just finished reading a couple days ago, Semiosis by Sue Burke. This book just came out on the 6th of February, and my goodness, this was a roller coaster of a book. I enjoyed this so much. My next video that I upload will be a full review on this book, so definitely look out for that. This book is about humans that go to colonize another planet in the hopes of making a better life for themselves and not remaking the mistakes of the past, blah blah blah. What's really interesting though is that this planet is 1 billion years older than Earth, so the plants that thrive here, they are sentient. They're really smart, and it is just incredibly fascinating reading a book that's about humans and these plants communicating and working with each other. There's a mutual friendship, if you would, between the plants and the humans. The plants need the humans to thrive and just to be taken care of, where the humans need the plants to be fed with fruits and vegetables and such. And then there's a backstory with other aliens that try to live on this planet as well that didn't go so well, so there's kind of like a clash with different, you know, species, aliens and humans. It's very fast-paced and I recommend it if you love science fiction and plants that are super smart and can talk to humans. It's great. Question 2, slow shutter speed. Name a slow-paced book. Now, I know not everyone likes slow books, but I quite enjoy them. So I'm gonna talk about one of my favorites that everyone needs to read if you haven't, and that's Moby by Herman Melville. I talk about this a lot, I know. This is just the classic. That is a hunker of a novel. It's long, it's slow, it's a bit much, I know, but you know what? It's still a masterpiece, it's still beautiful, and everyone should experience this because it's such a great book. My goodness, it's slow, but I don't care. I don't care. Just read it. Just read it. Number 3, pretty picture. Name a book with a pretty cover. I have a lot of books that have gorgeous covers, but for this one, I'm going with The Tusk That Did the Damage by Tania James. I really adore this cover because I love elephants, for starters. Also, I think the text and the color of this mesh well beautifully. It's black and white, but the text runs down the elephant's trunk in such a clever way that I think it just works really well. Question 4, ISO. Name a book that brightens up your day. Question 5, leading lines. Name a book that drew you in. So I'm currently reading Into the Drowning Deep by Mira, and this is a book about killer mermaids and the Marianas Trench, mockumentaries. It's crazy. And this drew me in immediately, not only because what it's about, but because in the very beginning, right after the first page, there's like an introduction kind of thing, and then we get to the first page. The title right here says Monterey, California, June 26, 2015. For those that don't know, I don't really talk about where I live that often. I don't think I do, but I live in Monterey Bay. So the fact that this book starts off where I live is just, of course that would draw me in, because any book that's set where I live, I need to read it. My favorite book of all time, Meg, of course, you know, it's set where I live. So this drew me in. I'm loving this so much so far. Question 6, wide aperture. Name a book that opened your eye. For this one, I'm going to go with my favorite book of last year and just one of my favorite books in general now, and that is Soldier Boy by Keely Hutton. This is a fictionalized account of Ricky Richard Aniwar's time as a child soldier in Uganda. This book is absolutely heartbreaking. It is so difficult to get through, but it's such an important read, and it's one of those books that reminds you that no matter how bad things get and no matter how awful it may seem, there's always hope regardless. It's such an amazing book that everyone should read. So honestly, you know, just make it a thing to read this book, okay? Number 7, unusual / interesting focus point. Name a book that has an unusual plot. For this one, I read a lot of weird books, but I saw this one on my shelf and I haven't read this yet, but it is unusual. But of course it would be because it's by this author, and that is Fluke by Christopher Moore. I don't remember exactly what this book is about. So there's this marine behavioral biologist, his name is Nate. He's off the waters of Maui. Him and his crew are doing things, I don't know, you know, sciencey stuff, and they see a whale, and this whale lifts its tail up and the tail says, "Bite me," which is odd. And things get even weirder when Nate gets a phone call from, I guess, his boss, who tells him that this whale made contact. And the whale is asking for a hot pastrami and Swiss on rye. So basically, this is a book about a whale that makes contact with a marine biologist, and he wants a sandwich, a disgusting warm sandwich. So that's weird. Question 8, narrow depth of field. Name a book with a blurred ending, not seeing what was coming next. A really strange book that I read recently was The Job of the Wasp by Colin Winnette. I think his last name is actually Winnette, and I've been saying it wrong this entire time. Sorry, Colin. So this book was weird and it was very strange, and the ending made it was very ambiguous. This is a very ambiguous book. It's about an orphanage, a new arrival comes, people start dying, and it's crazy. It's a dark gothic tale that I think a lot of people would really like, but then a lot of people would also not like because of how ambiguous it is, but I really enjoyed it, so I highly recommend this one. I do have a book review, you should check that out. I'll link it down below. And the last question, question 9, large depth of field. Name a book that was predictable. I'm going to go with The Perfect Storm by Sebastian Junger, only because this is nonfiction and I knew what was going to happen from the beginning because I knew the story and I had seen the film, and it's about a boat that goes out to sea. They're fishermen, sword fishermen, and they get caught in a storm and they die, and it's very sad. I just buddy read this with Monse and we both actually really enjoyed this. It was a little slow at the beginning, but it got intense really quickly, and it was just so fascinating and heartbreaking to read about the life of these fishermen, the people left behind, and just everyone that was involved. It's such an interesting story, and I would really recommend it. And that's the tag. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. I should probably tag someone. I didn't think about that. I'm going to tag Ghost Reader. I've been watching his channel recently, and he's new and I think he's awesome. So I'm tagging you, Ghost Reader. Your name is Justin? Justin. No, is it? Fudge, I forgot. I tag you. Do this if you want to. If not, that's fine. I think that's all I have to say. If you guys have read any of these books that I talked about today, leave a comment, we could chit chat. All my social media links are down below. Check that out, subscribe, and like this video. That'd be awesome. And I will see you in another video soon. Oh, also, I finally have made a schedule for myself. I will be uploading Wednesdays and Sundays. I sorta kinda have my shit together with this channel. This is great. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna go now. You guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye!